Josh, before we start the episode, we have a correction from last week. We messed up. Specifically you fucked up.
What?
Yeah, you...
I can't believe that.
The facts were wrong based on something you said. Apparently, Crocodile Dundee came out in the mid-'80s, almost 20 years before Stephen Irwin. So the Crocodile Dundee franchise is not, in fact, a parody of the Crocodile Hunter. I actually don't think we said it was. I think we said... I don't know if it was or not, but...
Yeah, I thought it was because I don't know anything about, like, either franchises.
Yeah.
But big thanks to Matthew Camacho for pointing that out to us.
Yeah.
Good job, bud.
Our first correction, Josh. The first time someone told us we were wrong.
We flew too close to the sun and we were taken down a peg. Thanks for grounding us, bud.
It'll happen many times. Many times.
We're counting on you guys. Make sure to fact check us.
Don't fact check us.
I don't know.
Anyway, welcome to Flockcast, everybody. My name's Adam _. I'm the head of podcasting at Flock of Idiots or something.
And I'm Joshua Gill. I'm head of video here at Flock of Idiots. Remember we were supposed to do that bit where we were supposed to have like a different job title every time?
No, you can't spoil it. We're gonna do it.
When?
We're gonna get...
We're 3 episodes in already.
First, we're gonna give it just so people know that I'm head of podcast and you're head of video, and we established that like 5 videos in or 5 podcasts in. Then we're gonna start switching it up.
All right.
We're gonna start messing with the formula.
Okay.
Playing with expectations.
All right. I feel it's subverting them.
Yeah. So in this podcast, we talk about movie news, I guess, and pop culture news. We're also going to talk about Cloverfield 3 and Maze Runner. Cloverfield 3 coming out, surprise to everybody, but whatever. But this week is a special week, Josh, because I didn't really look at the news because I knew all the biggest news was going to happen Superbowl Sunday when all those cool, fresh movie trailers come out.
Exactly. I knew the same thing, which is why I chose to go to work.
Great. So we're just going to talk mostly about all the Super Bowl trailers and some of the things that aren't Super Bowl trailers, which is like literally one thing. I only have one piece of news that isn't Super Bowl related. Want to talk about it now, Josh?
Yes, of course. I would love to do that.
So I showed you the poster for The Purge, the first Purge movie, right?
Oh, yeah.
So for those of you who don't know, the first Purge is the 4th Purge movie that's coming out. And they released a poster for the movie and a short teaser trailer for the movie. And the poster is just a Donald Trump red hat that says the first Purge on it. And it says the release date, which is July 4th. And you didn't see the trailer, did you?
I did not see the trailer.
The trailer is just like it's like a campaign trailer where it's got like a guy with a country accent with footage of just like people being American and like, you know, like running in wheat fields in slow motion and shit that's just like really American. And he's just like, when your son turns to you and says, Daddy, I want to purge too, you're gonna bring tears to your eyes because of how American it is. And that's the trailer. And then it's about the first purge. So I guess this first purge is about like how the purge actually started in that dumb series. And it's because I guess Donald Trump. Josh, we can't be political. This is a safe place. This is where people run to escape political badness. So you need to review this in an apolitical way.
Okay. In an apolitical way, how I review this. So all I can say is that I have a female president. No, I'm just kidding. I really, that sounds fun. I just want them to like, I would love it if they just have like a first purge and then like you get like a call from Trump's like Secretary of State and be like, Mr. Trump, we have a problem. None of these people are purging each other.
These people aren't purging.
Yeah, they just like they think it's a trap. Like I had one guy, I've had like 50 people now ask me if I'm a cop. I'm just trying to survey. Like I don't like some of them have decided to take small things like candy, but I mean murder is
nobody has been murdering each other.
Yeah, none of these people have pent up aggression like that.
They don't really understand. They can burn down whatever they want and kill anyone they want, and they're just not doing it. So I guess they're good people. I don't know.
So I guess they passed the test.
You haven't seen any of the Purge movies, have you?
I have not.
I like the Purge. Well, I say I like the Purge franchise, but I've only seen the 3rd movie, and I like the Purge franchise because I think it's funny. Because like the 3rd Purge movie was just a good time to watch because it was just like everybody's committing crimes, and we have this plucky hero and his plucky sidekick and his plucky gang of misfits who are trying to save the world or something. It was a good time.
I want to see a plot of the Purge movie where it's just a gang of purgers, but they just want to go looting. They're like, dude, I want an Xbox so bad, but I can't afford it. Purge is happening. Let's just get like 50 of them.
That would actually be a fantastic movie. Where it's just like, I really want a Nintendo Switch. I have to go out and go get me a Nintendo Switch. But he has to like fight like
he's gonna fight the ones that are actually trying to kill him.
Like KKK people and stuff. It would be funny. So that ends the Purge news segment. Let's actually get into Super Bowl trailers. Pick a Super Bowl trailer you want to start talking about.
I will, right after I say, good thing we purged that out of our systems.
We purged the Purge trailer news. Fantastic job.
Let's talk about La Han Solo.
Sure, yeah, the Han Solo trailer. We finally have a look at the Han Solo movie.
Yeah,
it's coming out. I want to say May. May.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna say May.
I want to say May 6th.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah, because they always do it like just after May 4th. Just like golden opportunities, just constantly.
Sure. Yeah. What'd you think of the trailer?
I thought it was actually pretty okay.
Yeah.
I think I still feel the same way about the Han Solo movie, which is the opposite of everyone else. Yeah, sure. Why not? Give it a chance.
Yeah.
I don't. I've said before that I'm not the hugest fan of like the Star Wars franchise. And so far the movies that I have seen in theaters, which have only been Rogue One and Last Jedi, have not like changed my stance. Rogue One I almost fell asleep during, and then Last Jedi,
I like Rogue One.
Rogue One had like a cool bit at the end that I'll admit is like really cool. And then Last Jedi had like a few scenes that were cool, but I mean, like, I don't know. It was long.
Yeah. Wait, yeah. Which trailer did you see? There are two trailers.
There are two trailers?
Well, there was the shorter, like, actual Super Bowl one, which was just like 5 seconds because it cost $1 million to make a second of a Super Bowl trailer, and then there was a longer one that was online.
Oh, I saw the longer one.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
So the thing about the first shorter trailer I liked better because they didn't show that much, and I guess the main guy who's playing Han Solo, his name is Alden Ehrenreich. It's a really German name or something. He sounds exactly like Harrison Ford in the first trailer, where he's like, I'm going to be a pilot. But he sounds like an old man, like Harrison Ford has always sounded like. But in the longer trailer, he sounds like a kid, I guess. He sounds like him, like himself, and I don't like it. And he doesn't look or act or sound like Han Solo that much. And I'm not sure how much of a big deal that is to me, because it's not like I need it to be completely right. It needs to be... I want to see a young Harrison Ford. I don't really care.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of weird, because he just doesn't act like Han Solo.
I don't... Because, well, here's the thing for me. So I can't say that I don't get it, because I do. Because it's the same issue that I have with the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. We'll mention it every episode. But for like someone like me who's only seen like a few of the Star Wars movies, really, I'm not really like that emotionally like invested in any of the characters to the point where I can be like, they've butchered his character. Oh my god, this isn't Han Solo. And I'm like, I mean, like, it's a movie.
Yeah.
It's a movie.
Yeah, I get that. But because this is a podcast and we need the views, can you pretend like you really care about
Oh my god, what the hell?
I cannot believe
it. So here they have this thing, right?
The balls on them.
The balls on them. So here's what it is. So first off, Han Solo, the trailer starts and he's like, I was a pilot. I've done all these. He's like, I want to do all these things. I'm gonna make the Kessel Run in 12 parsecs. It's like, so it starts off. Cause it's weird because he's talking about it like he's already done the things, but this is his origin story.
Yeah.
So it's like, has he done the things, or is he just talking about wanting to do the things that in the first movie he already said he's done?
Yes, I think at the end of this movie he's gonna do the Kessel Run in 12 parsecs. It's going to be badass.
I think they do part of it in the trailer. Also, my big thing about the trailer is when they show the interior of the Millennium Falcon, that thing looks pristine.
Yeah, that's just because he like pisses on it.
Yeah,
for
like
20
it
years.
looks like it's like full on like white. I thought it
beautiful.
was tan.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No.
Do you know how much dirt you have to cake on to actually change the color of something?
I wonder if they're gonna show how he made it so gross on the inside. Like they just go into a sandstorm or something and he just never cleans it.
I would be so upset because he won that from Lando Calrissian.
Uh-huh.
So like, I imagine like in the third movie where he's flying the Millennium Falcon, when he walked in there for the first time after so many years, he just kind of shed a single tear.
Like, no, come
He's just, come on, man.
How do you do this? How
No.
does any person do this?
Come on, dude. Space OxyClean is a thing. Just scrub.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Donald Glover's in the trailer and he looks goddamn amazing. He looks so
does.
good. I thought he was just gonna have like a fro and like the mustache like Lando, but he's got like a cool haircut and he's got like a really cool robe and shit.
He does. He has like a smile, and like the smile is just like, oh, you look mischievous, and I love it. You're really cool.
Yeah, I forgot that Lando used to have the Millennium Falcon, so we're probably gonna see him have it, and then Han Solo's just gonna steal it. Or something.
Apparently, because he wins it from Lando, right?
Yeah.
So supposedly, what the working theory is out there in the Star Wars fanverse,
Sure.
in the fandom, right?
Yeah.
I have it on good authority.
Mm-hmm.
My sources will remain secret
Sure.
for their own safety.
Of course.
Apparently, so the gold dice that was in The Last Jedi that carried so much significance that people swear they'd never seen until The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Which was then ultimately revealed to have been just like a set piece from the old movies.
Uh-huh.
It's like, it's literally just space fuzzy dice, but they're like gold.
Yeah,
it's
they're
just
tiny
fuzzy
little
dice.
gold dice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so apparently what the working theory is that how Han Solo, part of the way he won the Millennium Falcon from Lando Calrissian involves those dice.
So, yeah. So maybe he just took the dice that he used to win that gambling game and just gilded them because they're like a neat memento.
Yeah.
I could see that.
It's also slightly hinted that the dice may or may not be loaded.
Yeah,
So
they
who
could be
knows
loaded.
if they cheat.
They're
If he
definitely
cheats.
loaded. He's a
Um,
bastard. He would do such a thing.
He's a son of a bitch.
So, Josh, we don't know the plot of the movie. What is the plot of the movie? Please tell me.
The plot of the movie. I feel like if it's not the Kessel Run, then what are you even doing?
Yeah, but like that can't be the whole movie. There's got to be like, oh, we're fighting, we're scoundrels.
Yeah, the Kessel Run involves a lot of stuff. They're like smuggling drugs or something from like Kessel to Run.
That's that what you think this Han Solo movie's gonna be? It's just him smuggling drugs.
I think it'd be really cool if they just made like a fun kind of like Star Wars like heist movie, like something obviously not like the casino part from Last Jedi because that was a sad attempt, but make it good. He's like, oh, I like maybe he gets like in trouble with Jabba the Hutt, and Jabba the Hutt's like you're my driver now because he's the best damn runner I've ever seen.
You're my driver.
You're my space baby
that actually
driver.
could actually be it. That's a good point.
Yeah.
They said it's gonna be a gangster movie, so there's probably gonna be like he meets Jabba the Hutt, he has to do something for him. Then works for him for another 20 years or so. I don't know how old he is in this movie. He looks old.
I want them to do a thing where he gets into a fight with a guy and shoots him first.
Yeah.
And then have a line that just says, I always shoot first.
I want him to get into a fight and shoot the guy first, and then when the guy's down on the ground, he just starts shooting the corpse and just like, this is me, I shoot first all the time, and he's just destroying this corpse.
Just directly into the camera. Anyone says anything different is wrong.
I hope the plot of this movie is that it's Han Solo telling the stories of how he got the Millennium Falcon, but it's from his perspective, so he makes himself look cooler and sexier than he actually is.
And then it's revealed to be just Force Ghost Harrison Ford talking to Force Ghost Obi-Wan and Force Ghost Luke and Force Ghost like Yoda, and they're just like having drink. They're just all drinking like Force Ghost blue milk.
That'd be great. Alright, what trailer do you want to talk about next?
You can choose the next trailer.
Yay! Let's talk about the Avengers Infinity War trailer that was like 3 or 4 seconds long.
Yeah.
So I have many secrets. Well, actually, there are not that many secrets. The things in this trailer is that Spider-Man goes into space, which is funny. I don't know why. Because in the last movie, he was just like a kid. Like he was on top of the Washington Monument, and he was scared because of how tall it was.
He was like,
and now he's in the fucking
heights.
stratosphere because he's God, no. Nebula's in this. You know Nebula
Yes.
from Guardians of the Galaxy. She wasn't in any trailers before.
Karen Gillan, my sweetheart.
Yeah, she's beautiful, and now she's in this movie. She's probably gonna try to kill Thanos and like it's gonna be like 3 seconds where she shows up to kill Thanos. It's like, Thanos, now you die, and then Thanos just like hits her once and she's dead, and that's the end of her character arc.
Bink.
What else? Captain America's powers have been drained because of the time he spent away from the United States.
That's a lie.
Yeah, of course that's a lie. He doesn't have powers.
No, he just comes. Oh no, I thought you were talking about like he's just like now kind of weaker because he hasn't been in the gym for so long. I've been on the run, so I can't make it to like the gym, and America's gyms are the only ones worth going to.
I'm saying this time spent in this foreign country have weakened his powers because his powers come from nationalism. So now he's very weak.
They've weakened his patriotism because he's no longer in this country. So now when he throws his like shield, it's always slightly off, so he can't catch it anymore. It just lands kind of right near him, and he has to pick it up. And he's like, oh, give me a second.
Damn, I lost my edge. That's why he had to grow the beard, because he's just not patriotic anymore.
I really want them to give him. Like, I know Thor already has an eye patch, but I want them to give him an eye patch. Yeah, because he would look so cool with the beard and the eye patch. He'd just be old. He'd be Old Man Cap.
Yeah,
Old Man Cap.
Yeah, Old Man Cap. I love it.
Cap
he got those sweet gauntlets. I don't like them. That's all I have to say about it. I like shields. That's like half the reason I even like Captain America, because he throws a shield and it comes back to him. Yeah. These are just like sharp little gauntlets that he can stab people with and like block shit with. Yeah.
I think what could be cool if they did it is if they made an Avengers movie called, like an animated movie called Avengers: The Next Generation, that was about their kids, and Captain America's son had like a thing that could like create like almost like holograms, but like that had like tangibility, like shields, and he could throw them like that, so you wouldn't have to worry about catching them. He'd just make a new one.
So here's the thing that I thought they were gonna do and they didn't. I thought Black Panther was just gonna straight up give him a new shield, and
somebody get this man a shield.
But here's the thing: in Black Panther, Black Panther has the ability to just put on his armor whenever he wants, because it like teleports to him. He has it in his home, and it just teleports onto him.
Is that how that works?
Yeah, they showed it in the trailer.
His necklace.
That actually might be true, but it's still like some kind of teleportation where it forms around him, right?
Yeah.
I thought Black Panther was going to give Captain America a shield that he could throw, and it would teleport back to him whenever he wanted.
That'd be so cool.
And I thought that was going to be the dopest shit. But no, that did not happen. He just gets tiny little nubs. He gets tiny little bracer nubs that he can like hit people with. I'm sure it's going to be cool, but it's not going to be as cool as anything that... I just love shield tricks. I think it's the coolest thing. Like when he kicks it off the ground and throws it at people and catches it. It's always fun. What else? I'm reading the wrong news. Sometimes I just start reading the Jurassic World 2 news and I hear Chris Pratt. And I'm like, I guess in the Avengers trailer, Chris Pratt is up against a wall fighting a dinosaur. That didn't happen. That's the wrong trailer.
Yes.
Anyway. The biggest thing that they show in the trailer that you probably missed, because you missed it, Josh. I don't know what to say. You're not as sharp as me. Iron Man now has the new Mark 50 bleeding edge armor, where the actual armor is inside his fucking body, and he can, using nanobite technology, can have it form around him at any moment he wants.
I need proof.
You didn't see it?
I saw him with like a shirt with like an arc reactor in it. I thought that was just
there was a point in the trailer where he was taking off his glasses while the armor was just forming around him, like in tiny like nanobites, and it was the coolest thing I've ever seen. Like now, this is like he's reached the peak of what he can ever do. Like I guess in Spider-Man it was the Mark 48. Or 47? I don't know. So he just made a few more. I think the new Hulkbuster might be like the Mark 49 or something. Now you got the Mark 50, and he's just now Iron Man whenever he wants to be. It can just form around him. It's super cool.
I am Iron Man.
Yeah. Like the actual armor looks like muscle structures. Like it actually has like tendons and shit, so it forms around him. It's so cool. Yeah. I love it. It's my favorite thing. What else? People said Captain Marvel's in the trailer because when Captain America is walking down like an alley with a Black Widow and Vision, like it looks like there's someone behind Captain America who has like the Captain Marvel symbol on their chest. It's not. I checked. It's just the Scarlet Witch.
And just like that, all my hopes and dreams were dashed.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, Adam.
You're welcome.
You couldn't let me live a fantasy for one more time. While we're at it, kids, Santa Claus isn't real.
Santa Claus isn't real. Yeah, I'm sorry to dash your hopes, Josh. I know how much you love Captain Marvel, and I know you love her more than me. That's not true. I love her more.
What?
Yeah, I love her more.
We'll fight right here.
Okay, fine.
I won, guys.
Do you want to talk about Mission Impossible, or do you want to talk about Jurassic World?
I want to talk. I mean, you shouldn't talk about too much Chris Pratt in one go. We have to space out our Chris Pratt news.
Wow, Chris Pratt was in 2 of these big old trailers.
Chris Pratt was in two pretty big franchises.
Yeah.
One of which is okay, and the other which is okay, but in a better way.
Yeah. I mean, I like fine.
This is the perfect way to describe all these franchises.
So pick your favorite: Mission Impossible, Fallout, or Jurassic World 2: Dinos vs. Robos.
Let's do Mission Impossible Fallout New Vegas.
Okay, Fallout New Vegas it is. Fallout the movie. Did you like the trailer? I actually love this trailer.
I got a trailer a lot. It's really good.
They like mix the Imagine Dragons friction with the Mission Impossible theme in like a really cool way.
It was really good.
It was awesome. My favorite part about this trailer is the Henry Cavill beats the living shit out of a guy.
Shit.
I have never seen anything like this in a movie. Well, I probably have, but like it's been so long where it's just like mostly like choreographed fighting scenes are just like people dancing with their fists, but he wastes a guy with his giant Superman muscles.
He's so meaty. What? Like that's like beef, bro. Like chill, you're done.
He does that thing where he kind of warms up by punching the air, and he just socks a guy, and his just body's just like no.
He takes off his jacket and the shirt is so tight.
I can't believe it.
Oh my god.
He destroys him. He didn't stand a chance.
I think it's more than one guy too.
Yeah,
I think he's taking on multiple guys.
I think it's actually him and Tom Cruise fighting like 2 people, but like Henry Cavill's doing all the work.
Yeah.
He's Superman and he can lift people and throw them out of a building.
Tom Cruise is there for moral support. He's like, I'm helping too.
Oh man.
Oh god. On that end, Tom Cruise hates himself.
Yeah.
He's got to.
Yeah.
You see the things he does in this trailer. Oh my god.
So the big stunt that they have, because they have big stunts in every Mission Impossible movie, where like Tom Cruise agrees to do something without CGI for no fucking reason. Where like I think in the last one he hung onto the side of an airplane while it was taking off. The one before that he was on this side of the world's tallest building.
Yeah.
In this one he's hanging on to a helicopter by a rope and he lets go of the rope, and that's the big stunt. But they keep the stunt in the trailer where he breaks his ankle that had to stop filming for like a few months. And did you see that part in the trailer?
I'm sure I did, but I don't know what you're talking about.
When he jumps from one building to the next building
and
he misses,
yeah.
You can see his ankle twist in a hilarious angle.
Oh shit.
That just shatters it. Like, it breaks his ankle.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so I guess he's like chasing Henry Cavill in the theater, or in the trailer, or in the actual movie, and he tries to make a leap across a building, misses slightly, and breaks his ankle. He was supposed to miss like the jump, that was the stunt, but he wasn't supposed to obviously like try to stop the fall with his ankle and shards of Tom Cruise everywhere.
Just shards of bone.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
No, So in the second mission, I remember the big stunt from the second Mission Impossible movie is that he's fighting out a knife fight, and the shot they're getting is the knife, him blocking the knife as he's like getting it thrust down upon him, and the knife being like half an inch away from his eye, and it's a cool shot.
That's fucked up.
But like they had that knife on like the tiniest piece of string that was their only safety measure, and that's the way you want it. So like my working theory is that Tom Cruise had a near-death experience as a child, and like went to the afterlife and met like his one true love, his soulmate, and now the goal of these movies is he's trying to die again so he can be reconnected with his one true love.
He's trying to court death, is what he is.
He's trying to court death.
He's much like Thanos.
Tom Cruise is Thanos and Deadpool, I guess. I think they both like death.
They do. Oh, man. Also, what we get to see in this trailer is the fabled, long-awaited Henry Cavill mustache.
Yeah.
That had to be CGI'd out.
So
it's stubble and a mustache. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
I thought it was just going to be a dumb old mustache, but it's 2 things.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be yeah. And I'm like, that doesn't seem worth it. But like looking at it now, it's like, don't get me wrong, it's still not worth all the money they had to spend, but like, it's a very good mustache.
It's a good mustache. It's
Henry
a good look.
Cavill, my hat's off to you, man.
Yeah, it's a good look. And he's playing an American again, which is weird, because he's all British. He's a super British man.
Yeah.
man, I'm kind of excited for this. I don't think they should have named it Fallout because, I mean, that's a video game.
I mean, it's the fallout of the Ghost Protocol. No, you're right. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, Mission Impossible doesn't actually have that good of. I'm not sure. Are they good? Are the subtitles for their movies good? It's Ghost Protocol, Rogue Nation, and Fallout now.
Yeah,
I don't like it. I don't like any.
I don't know why they started doing, because it was just Mission Impossible 1, Mission Impossible 2, Mission Impossible 3, and they had a really cool thing going on with like the MI and like the Roman numerals, so it looked cool.
Well, then they ran out. What they stopped doing it at like 4, right?
They stopped doing it at like 3.
Really? I thought
4 was the first time they started.
Yeah.
There were subtitles. I think exactly. 4 was Rogue Nation.
Yeah. 4 was Rogue Nation. No, 4 was Ghost Protocol.
So 4 is Ghost Protocol.
No, 4 is Ghost Protocol. 5 is Rogue Nation. I could look this up. It's funny you're not knowing.
6 is the fallout of the Rogue Nation. That makes even less sense.
But he's on the run again, isn't he? He's still running from the government that he works for. They still hate him. I don't know why.
I don't know why.
Oh God, why doesn't he just take a vacation or something? It's hard. Oh yeah, Alec Baldwin's in this movie too, and I always think that's funny because I don't really take him seriously, even though I probably should. But he's always going to be the guy from 30 Rock. He's always going to be Jack Donaghy, and I think it's going to be weird.
I've never seen any of the Mission. I've seen Mission Impossible 3.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one with the rabbit's foot.
I don't know that.
It's a what's it called? A MacGuffin. So for those of you who don't know what a MacGuffin is, it's a plot device used in telling a story that is like a goal that all the characters want to reach, but is never really explained as to why they want to reach that goal.
Oh,
or what it does.
Sure, it's like a Chaos Emerald.
Yeah, think
an Infinity Stone. If you will.
Think the briefcase from Pulp Fiction.
Of course.
Why do they all want the briefcase?
There's a Chaos Emerald in there.
There's a Chaos Emerald in the briefcase.
There's a yellow Chaos Emerald in there, and that's why everybody wants it.
Yeah.
I know I'd want it.
Yeah. But yeah. So and that's the one with Philip Seymour Hoffman, and that's the one where they do the whole like face technology mask.
Oh yeah, that's when they started. They bring it back several at a time.
But the coolest thing about this show to me actually is the opening line, where it's like, "Your mission, should you choose to accept it. But have you ever thought, what if you didn't?" And I was like, "Oh shit." I don't know, because I do like lore like that, and I love the fact that the Mission Impossible like franchise started as a TV show in like the 60s, and it's really cool. But yeah, it's probably gonna be good. I'm excited for it actually, which is weird. I wasn't excited for the last one. I saw the fourth one and I liked it. I guess I must have seen the fifth one because I remember a lot of things about it. I just don't know what happened in the end, and it seems important in the new one. I don't know. I guess someone has plutonium, which is a bad thing. That's where the fallout comes from.
Because of the fallout of all the plutonium. I get
all the plutonium.
Damn it.
Simon Pegg's in this, though, so
he's always in it. He's been in all the time, right?
Really? I thought he just started in the fifth movie.
He was in the fourth one.
Was he really?
Yeah, I think he was in it before, too.
My God.
This is another thing I could check, but I choose not to, because I'm quite sleepy, Josh.
Yes,
and you know
check us.
And you know why else, Josh? I want to talk about Jurassic World 2, Diners vs. Robos. That is the canon title. So
Jurassic World 2, Electric Boogaloo.
So I was not excited about Jurassic World 2 when I saw the first trailer. Are you excited now, Josh?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I don't really.
Yeah,
I'm not really sure. Because the first time I saw the trailer, I thought it was, oh, okay, they're on an exploding island. How much fun is that? And now again, it does seem like a monster movie.
Yeah.
Where, like, who knows who's going to die, but there are only 3 of them, so none of them are going to. Also,
there's not enough people here to actually die.
Also, there's a few things about this trailer that gives away too much, but, like, I guess they need to if they want to sell it. They give away what I thought was going to be the plot the first time I saw it. I thought the plot was that we have to go to Jurassic World to save Blue. And are we going to save Blue? Who's to say? In the new trailer, they show them finding Blue. They show them, like, saving Blue, and then they show Blue, like, on the mainland.
Yeah.
So if you're wondering if they saved Blue the raptor, he's fine.
I think my favorite thing is they have this scene where, like, one of the other dinosaurs are, like, trying to like attack this little girl in her room, and
Yeah.
Chris Pratt comes in and he's like, Blue, and Blue comes. It's like a Pokemon battle. He's like, Pikachu, I choose you.
It's hilarious that you say
amazing.
that because one of my notes says Blue is basically just a Pokemon.
Yeah. No.
There's only one way to fight a monster. Another monster. Dinosaur, go!
No.
Like, I don't think he trained. Like, I know he trained Blue to like. What did Blue actually do in the? There wasn't raptor races. It was just like.
Raptor races, yeah, that's what it was.
I don't remember why they had Blue in the first place. Was it just a show? Was it like a raptor show and Blue was like the
No,
leader?
they were training them for like military purposes, I think. But Chris Pratt was also like so overprotective of his dinosaurs that when the military guy was like, "Okay, I think are we ready to go take them out to the military like we paid you guys to?" He's like, "No, these dinosaurs have heart." Something like that.
No, I think the whole plot of the first one was that we might like this military guy is like, hey, I want to take these dinosaurs for military purposes, and everybody was like, fuck that, that's crazy. So they released like one of the dinosaurs to make everything go crazy so they can steal some dinosaurs.
Oh no, that's not why they released it.
I thought so.
No, the dinosaur they
whatever.
make gets smart, which is the dumbest thing.
Oh
to
yeah,
me.
that's right. No, yeah.
He's just like, it figured out that it had a tracker in it and then gnawed out its track. Like, oh.
So if you thought that dinosaur was bad, they have a new one that's apparently. These fucking idiots keep making new dinosaurs for no fucking reason.
So here's my thing about the entire franchise. Movie after the first movie, it should be done.
Yeah.
There should you should look at it and be like, yeah, dinosaurs are a bad idea. Stop making them. They have a whole scene in the first trailer where they're up against like the Supreme Court or something, where it's like, we need to go back to Jurassic World to save the dinosaurs because they're gonna die. And I'm like, what judge would agree for you to go to an island that's going to explode?
We want to know if dinosaurs have the same rights as normal animals because we made them.
Yeah, so basically, what we did is we made a bunch of Godzillas. Now we're going to go get those Godzillas and bring them to where the people are.
But, like, it's not even that, because they still make new ones on the fucking mainland. Like where people live, they're showcasing a new dinosaur, and they're like, this one's so fucking smart, it could probably break out of the cage right now if it wanted to. And then it dies, surprising no one.
This one's so smart, it knows we're taunting it, and it's getting angry. And angry.
It's very quite angry.
You should all run.
I really hope at the end of this one, the dinosaur has like a Planet of the Apes moment where it just screams no or something, like it starts talking.
No!
It's learning.
It's
a neural...
War for the Jurassic World.
It's a neural net processor, a thinking computer. Okay, so Josh, this new dinosaur probably has way more superpowers than the last one. In the last movie, the dinosaur had invisibility, quick thinking, and it could fucking fly with its lasers. The last one was made up. Josh, what superpowers does this new dinosaur have?
So this new dinosaur, I would imagine, has probably shape-shifting.
Yes.
It should be able to talk.
It probably can.
Yes.
That explains how it got in the house.
Yeah.
It canoodled its way in. It tricked the mom.
Ideally, it should have telepathy.
I'm afraid of your daughters.
So
and then it just like gets in.
Ideally, it should be able to create force projections of itself.
Of course, yeah.
So that it can confuse its enemies.
Maybe like in the trailer, Blue kills it, but it was a doppelganger.
At the end, they'll go to the final boss battle. He'll be there. He'll talk in like an evil way, and he'll be like, "You can kill me if you can find me." Millions of him just come out of nowhere.
It's going to be the end of that Digimon movie where that one monster keeps duplicating itself and they have to kill all the monsters. That's going to be cool. I'm excited for that. Yeah. I want it to have the ability to like just eat an animal and then gain the powers of that animal.
Oh shit.
So it's like eating birds because it needs to fly. So it's like spreads wings and takes off.
Yeah.
Like eats a dog and it can piss
eats
in the
a dog
house.
and it becomes loyal. Yay!
And it's all loyal.
Yeah, that's their big plan. Feed it a dog and now it's just domesticated.
We gotta feed it a chihuahua so it starts shaking and pissing itself. All right. I actually think that's all the Superbowl trailer news. I think they did the Crocodile Dundee trailer, and it was a ruse. It wasn't a real trailer. Chris Hemsworth was in it. Danny McBride was in it, and it was just like, oh, this isn't really a trailer at all. It's for Tourism Australia, and it was funny. I guess there's a meme now about the Tide Pod commercials, and I didn't see them. So they did this. They did this thing where like they pretended it was a different commercial, but it turned out to be a Tide Pod commercial, and it was with the officer from Stranger Things, whose name I do not remember. Where like the Old Spice guy would be like, "Hello and welcome," and he's like on a horse and shit, and he like takes out Old Spice, but it turns out to just be Tide, and the other guy was like, "Nope, you're in a Tide commercial," and everybody would laugh.
What?
Yeah, it's a meme now.
Okay.
Anyway, that's it about Super Bowl news. That's all the news I have, Josh.
That's all the Super Bowl news you have?
Yeah, well, I mean, Eagles won or something.
I was about to say, I was like, okay, so the Eagles won, in case you guys wanted to know.
It was the Eagles, right?
Yeah, it was the Eagles.
It was the Patriots against the Eagles.
Yeah, I think my favorite part of that day is I met up with my friends, and he was like, one of my friends was decked out in like an Eagle sweater, and he's like, damn, it's really hot, so he pulled off his Eagle sweater to reveal beneath that Eagle sweater to be an Eagles jersey. I was like, really just gonna ignore all of this? Like, nobody's gonna say anything?
That's really funny. Alright, so let's get into the reviewy bits. We have Cloverfield 3, which only I saw, you did not see.
Yes.
Wait, it wasn't Cloverfield 3, it's Cloverfield Paradox. Last week I said it was going to be
Cloverfield.
Yeah, but last week I said it was going to be Cloverfield Station. And they fucked me over, Josh.
Oh.
And now they called it Cloverfield Paradox just to prove me wrong. Anyway, I saw that, and I'll talk about that. But let's talk about Maze Runner, shall we? Okay, we both saw Maze Runner. You didn't see the first two Maze Runners.
I haven't seen the first two Maze Runner movies. This is my introduction to the franchise.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
Bad place to jump in.
I'll go back and watch the other two, probably.
I saw the first Maze Runner, skipped the second, and now I'm in this one. I don't really think I needed to see the third or the second one because there wasn't that much that I felt like I was missing.
Well, so here's the thing about the Maze Runner franchise. Only knowing like the trailers and only really knowing the first movie's trailers like better, I thought it was supposed to be some kind of like, for what I thought the Maze Runner like movies were about these kids trying to escape like a concentration camp or something or whatever.
Yeah, that was kind of right.
And I thought the whole deal is that, yeah, we're not going to stop you from escaping. You can leave whenever you want. The deal is that the only way to escape is through the giant fucking maze where there are monsters and like so many things trying to kill you. So like ultimately what it was that like where you're at right now was honestly the lesser of two evils. You're more likely to survive the night here.
Yeah. So I mean, that was kind of it. Like, the whole point of the first one was that this new kid shows up, and he's like, we need to get out of here. And everybody's like, no, because then we have to go through the maze. It's safer just to stay.
Yeah.
So, but you're telling me you didn't know that the whole point of that maze was to test adolescent children if they have a gene that stops the zombie apocalypse.
No! And that fucked me up so much. So in the third Maze Runner movie, they have a scene where this kid is running away from like a monster, for what I would assume to be one of the monsters of the maze.
That is correct, yes.
And so later on, they get to this tunnel, and one of the characters is like, I don't know about this. What I do know is that if I were a crank, that's where I'd be. And so I'm thinking, oh, Crank's the name of the monsters. That's cool. They go into the tunnel, and it turns out cranks are just fucking zombies.
Yeah.
And so you're telling me the entire Maze Runner series has been building up to another zombie apocalypse.
It's true, yes. There is, in fact, a zombie apocalypse. I'll be honest, I didn't know there were zombies because I didn't see the second movie, and I guess that's where they introduce you to zombies. It's not a hard concept to grasp. I got it pretty quick. Yeah, so, I mean... I don't know. Did you hate the movie? Did you like it?
I didn't hate it. Like, it was fine.
I thought it was fine.
It was better than Den of Thieves.
Yeah, that's true. It was a step up. We're getting to higher quality movies now.
We are. Had a lot of fun with the death cure puns. The cure for death.
Oh yeah. So it was only us two in the theater because it was a Monday night at like 9:50, and nobody else decided to see the Maze Runner at that time.
Perfect viewing experience. Well, I think one guy decided, then he left.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There was one guy in the theater, and he left halfway through. Shows you the quality of the movie. But yeah, most of the time we were just making death cure jokes where we were like, oh my gosh, you can't kill him. He's the death cure. No, she's the death cure. She's the death cure because he gave her the death cure, and now she can't die, Josh.
Yes. He literally just can't die. He's the death cure.
Yeah, and then they're shooting the main character, and I'm like, why are you shooting the death cure? He's the only one with the death cure. He can't die. He's got the cure for death in him. It's in his blood.
They actually have this whole part where the main villain turns out has contracted the zombie virus.
Don't spoil it for people. I mean, it's Maze Runner 3.
It's Maze Runner 3.
Whatever.
Who's gonna go see this?
I mean, we're gonna say that until we start seeing good movies, but yeah.
I think good movies we won't spoil, but these movies are fine.
That's true. So yeah.
So Maze Runner 3, the main character contracts the zombie virus.
No, the main villain.
The main villain. That's what I meant. He contracts the zombie virus, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so pretty much the whole climax is him trying to kill, one, the guy whose blood is the death cure, and two, the only scientist who knows how to create the death cure.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, this isn't a smart plan. What are you doing?
Yeah, towards the end of the movie, there's a weird fight between the main villain and the main characters, and I'm pretty sure they all want the same thing, which is really weird, so I don't know why they're fighting. Like the main guy just he decides that he's going to use his blood to cure people, and then like the main villain kidnaps him so he can use his blood to cure people. I don't know why they hate each other. I really think it was just a communication error at the end of it. They're just like, yeah, we all want the same thing. I think we can all agree that death curing people is fine.
In the end, I think they only ended up making one vial of death cure, and like turns out the only people they need it for are already dead, so they're just like...
Yeah, most people are either dead or immune, so I don't think we need a death cure anymore. I mean, unless it actually does cure death, in which case...
Yeah.
We need it for basically all of our friends and family.
Fun time, and then they all go to summer camp.
So the thing that really tripped us out about this movie is Rosa Salazar, who is the actor who plays Brenda in the movie.
Oh my god, I'm still mad.
Who also is the main character of the Alita Battle Angel, who's got the really big eyes for some reason. Yeah, when I saw the movie, I was like, wow, this actress is really pretty, but I don't want to be weird about it because I don't know how old she is. She could be like 17 or something, and that's going to be weird. Then we looked up her age during the movie, and I guess she's 32 years old, so I guess I have no idea how old anybody is ever.
I'm so upset.
She really did look like the youngest character in this movie.
She looked like the youngest kid. She looks like Aubrey Plaza's younger sister, I swear. We're like, this girl's gotta be like 20 something, if that, and she's like the oldest kid. She's the oldest of like the main kids.
Yeah, all the main kids are like 25 and she's 32, and I don't know how that happens. I really don't know ages, dude. I'm horrible at guessing them. Man. Yeah. Anything else you want to say about Maze Runner 2049?
Maze Runner, Death Cure,
Oh yeah, what's the rating for it?
Oh, rating for it?
Yeah.
I give that movie a big thumbs sideways.
Good.
So
I give it a watch it if you want to. Wow, that's just any movie.
Yeah, that's just any movie. So I give Maze Runner a clear rating. The beginning is actually really fun. It starts off strong. I wouldn't watch it if you haven't seen the other two movies yet, because...
Yeah, no kidding, it's a third installment in a trilogy.
Hey.
Okay.
Not just that. It's not that you'll be lost or anything, because the series is really easy to pick up, but it's just that without the other movies to back it, this movie just doesn't seem that good.
Yeah.
As the end of the movie left much to be desired. There's a whole scene where... one of the characters is like about to die, and the death is completely avoidable.
Yeah.
Me and Adam were sitting like yelling at the screen, "Just jump!
Yeah.
Jump!"
I don't remember when that was.
Why are you not jumping?
Oh, yeah. She dies, or someone dies.
Yeah.
I'm not spoiling it.
No.
And
are you assuming her gender?
Yeah. Don't say her. It's a spoiler. Anyway. I'm looking at the description of this movie right now, and it says to save their friends, they must break into the last city, a wicked-controlled labyrinth that may turn out to be the deadliest maze of all. It wasn't a maze; it was a city.
Yeah, there was no maze in this movie.
There was no maze. They even broke into the actual headquarters of the evil place.
I can't remember if it was a bit that you made or that's something that one of the characters said in the movie, where it's like they can't escape. They still have to go to the final maze.
Yeah, no, that was a joke. like they're running away from the Wicked headquarters, which is the main villain corporation. And I'm just like, they have to go through the maze, the city. Because it's going to be a Hunger Games thing where the city is now the Hunger Games, but the city is now a maze.
Which in my in my opinion, would make for a much better franchise if it's just like they have to go through these mazes and each one is more difficult than the last, culminating in a final boss battle at everyone.
I think that'd be fun.
It'd be fun.
Little do they know they're still in the maze. Anyway,
you know the maze was in their mind all along.
Josh, 1 out of 5. 1 out of 5. What would you rate the evil corporation name? Wicked, spelled WCKD. Out of evil corporations everywhere.
Out of evil corporations,
1 to 5.
I give it a 1.
I give it a I was gonna say 2, but wow,
that's like,
1's pretty steep.
Yeah, I mean like
I don't know. There are worse ones. They could have just been named like Jolly Rogers, Happy Fun Time, Evil Corporation.
You have to think about it. So,
well,
not only are they named Wicked, but from their perspective, they're the good guys. You're trying to create a cure to stop the zombie apocalypse, and you named yourselves evil.
Why would they name themselves Wicked? I never thought of that. Their entire corporation is based on curing the disease that's killing everyone.
Yeah.
Why would they ever name themselves that?
They think they're in the right.
I mean, and in some viewpoints, they actually are in the right because they're killing a few people to save like literally the entire planet. Why would they ever in their entire lives name themselves Wicked?
Yeah, it's.
I don't know. The way I rate evil corporations is like 5 being the best of the best evil corporation name, which is Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated.
Oh my god, I was thinking that in my head.
I think that's 5. What else is 5? I mean, Aperture.
He had a jingle.
Aperture's a good one. Umbrella's a good one. Those are all good ones. But those are all 4s. Doofenshmirtz is a 5. Number 1 is, I think, I want to say AT&T. I don't know. Does that count as an evil corporation?
Yes.
Okay, great. So Wicked is probably a 1.
Yeah.
Because they're fucking idiots.
It's just dumb marketing on their part.
Yeah, it's bad branding.
Yeah.
And like, whatever. And 1 to 5, what would you rate the name of the zombies that they have, which are cranks? Cranks are what they call their zombies. 1 to 5.
I would give it. I give that also 1. I have no idea why they're called cranks.
I'm sure they explain it in the second one.
They must, because you have to think the reason why the reason why every movie can't call their zombies is because zombie is actually a trademark name that you have to
it's
pay
true.
for.
Yeah, like walkers and shit.
Yeah, well, because the reason that's why they call their in The Walking Dead they call them walkers, which makes sense because they're the Walking Dead. You know, also fun fact about that, in universe, canonically, in the world of Walking Dead, they have no lore on what zombies are.
Yeah, well,
so none of them even know the word zombie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the word zombie doesn't even exist.
Like they don't even know what a concept of a zombie is.
Yeah, they if you went to them explaining what a zombie, they'd be like, "Are you talking about a walker?"
Yeah, you know what? I'm looking at the Wikipedia page for cranks as like in the Maze Runner franchise. It doesn't have any reason why they're called cranks. They don't crank. They don't make a cranking noise. Do they make a cranking noise?
I don't.
Do they kind of go like, I don't know what a cranking noise is.
That implies they have gears.
Because
they're people.
The thing that kind of separates them is that they still kind of can speak at some extent. But I say as far as a zombie name goes, I give it a 1.
Yeah.
Wow, they really fucked up on this movie, didn't they?
I think what would have been cool is if they had this idea that if you're becoming a zombie, eventually there'll be a midpoint where you haven't lost all of your mental capacity, but you've gained the physical strength of what a zombie can do. Because the whole point of zombies is that they don't feel pain or anything, so they can use their power to the maximum.
Sure.
So they're not that they're stronger than people, but it's if I break my arm trying to lift a truck, I won't feel it, so I can still lift that truck.
Right. Yeah.
And so I feel like that would be cool if you just have I'm still human smart, but I'm zombie strong.
That'd be fun. I guess according to this Wikipedia page, in quotes, the gone, end quotes, is another term used for the stage of viral progression in those infected. So I guess they also call their zombies the gone, which is honestly, I think, worse.
I mean, I would imply. I think that's actually probably better.
Is it?
At least that has some kind of significance.
The gone
in the sense that their mind is gone.
Yeah, the gone. I guess it is kind of. The gone just doesn't roll off the tongue. He's the gone now. He's now one of the gone.
I think they'd be he's one of the gone, or they're just gone.
He's a goner. Okay, sure. Yeah, name zombies goners.
There's a British guy in the film. He's very funny.
I'm gonna look up his name because I like the actor. You talk about him.
Yeah, he's really good. He voices Ferb in Phineas and Ferb. He also played the main child in Nanny McPhee, and
Yes.
it was very fun making fun of his British accent. At one point, Adam goes, "Oh bugger, I gone and got myself bit by a zombie."
I have a bit of a zombie in me. His name was Thomas Brody Strangster.
Thomas Brody
No,
Strangster.
Sangster. I'm sorry, not Strangster.
Thomas Brody Sangster.
Yeah. Sangster.
You're a fine actor. I tip my hat off to you.
Yeah, I like
sir.
him a lot. I
You were-
think he's 27, even though he looks like he's fucking.
He's 27.
He looks like he's a 10-year-old.
What the fuck is up with these
But-
ages, dude?
Dude, I'm afraid I'm gonna look like a 16-year-old for my entire life. I mean, I don't, but I'm afraid.
To that end, though, yeah, he's probably my favorite character in the whole movie.
Yeah, I like him.
As far as acting
He
goes,
plays Newt.
he plays.
Oh, and he's in Game of Thrones. I didn't know that.
Oh,
Man, he has a great career.
yeah, he's
Wow.
doing pretty good.
That's
for
because he's got a look. He also has a cameo in Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
What?
Wow. Anyway, so Maze Runner 3, I give a 2 out of 50.
50?
Yeah,
Jesus.
I know. That was pretty harsh.
Yeah, Maze Runner 2, I'd give it a
3.
solid C minus.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, it's just barely there. It's one of those things where it's like, you did the work, you got the grade.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you can go home and be like, Mom, I didn't fail.
Yeah, it's true.
And she can be like, well, I can't argue with that. Here's some Chuck E. Cheese.
Here's some Chuck E. Cheese. I went to Chuck E. Cheese just to get you the pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the good news is I got pizza. Yay! Bad news from Chuck E. Cheese.
Aww. Yeah, it was pretty middle of the road movie. I wouldn't see it again. Didn't hate myself watching it. Let's talk about Cloverfield 3. Josh, last week when I talked about Cloverfield 3 news, do you think I thought I would see the movie by next week?
I did
No.
not think that.
I was talking about way in the future. Maybe eventually we'll see a trailer that'll have hint to a release date. I saw the fucking movie that I had news about last week, and I got some of the news wrong. It wasn't my fault. I had sources, like actual I don't know, like websites, like articles from news sources, but I guess they got their information wrong. Because the only things I got wrong is that I think in my synopsis I said that they were going to encounter another space station in space, which they didn't. But they did lose the Earth. They couldn't find the planet because they're a bunch of idiots who lost it. Those dumbasses, those dummies.
I could have sworn it was right.
Exactly. Yeah, there's a joke like that. Like, did you check underneath your bed? I don't know.
Did you look behind you?
Yeah. The other thing I got wrong is that I thought it was going to be named Cloverfield Station. It was turned out to be named the Cloverfield Paradox. The station in the movie is actually called the Cloverfield Station. So,
okay, good.
not completely wrong. But I saw the movie. Josh, you did not see the movie.
I did not see the movie.
Would you like me to tell you how the movie was?
I would love for you to tell me how it went.
I would say it is in the top 3 Cloverfield movies.
Out of
3?
Out of all 3 Cloverfield movies?
Yes, I'd say it's up there.
That's fair.
Did I like it?
I would say it's in the bottom 3 Cloverfield movies.
Ooh, that's
honestly.
rough. It had really good ideas, and it hooked me straight from the beginning. They kind of fucked up. Like, it was one of those movies where in the beginning you're like, weird shit is happening, but at the end it'll all be explained. And at the end it's not. You're just confused and lost.
That's the paradox.
The point of this movie is that it is the inciting incident in what is the Cloverfield franchise. The Cloverfield franchise being movies that don't really have anything to do with each other, but are loosely connected in some strange way. And this is the inciting incident.
So it was just a prequel then?
It takes place after the first 2 movies, but in a different dimension, so I'm going to say yes.
It's in a different dimension?
The whole thing, the Cloverfield Paradox, if you will, is that they're doing an experiment in space to figure out how to get infinite energy because there's an energy crisis on Earth in the year 2020-something. And the whole Cloverfield Paradox is the idea that if you do this experiment, you could open a hole in space-time and release unimaginable chaos and danger through not only our dimension, but all of them. And that's what they did. And so it is implied that the other 2 Cloverfield movies take place in different dimensions that are being affected by this disaster.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's a good idea. The
That's a
movie
pretty
fucks up a
idea.
little bit. It is the genre of movies that I didn't realize existed, where space astronauts are in space while they're being attacked by some kind of anomaly, and they all get kind of picked off one by one, which is like Life and Alien and stuff. This movie had like really cool like visuals and ideas. I don't want to give too much away. The thing that I absolutely hated about it is the thing that I thought I would love about it, and that's Chris O'Dowd. And Chris O'Dowd is a great comedic actor. I think he's hilarious, and I love him in everything he does. I really, really wish he wasn't in this movie. I really badly wish that. Because he's comic relief in a movie that should be taken seriously. Like, dangerous and scary things are happening. We should have the feeling that they're dangerous and scary. We shouldn't have to be like, oh, thank God he made a joke, because I was scared just then. It should be scary, but it's not. Like, imagine if did you see Alien, the first one? Whatever, you can imagine it. You know the scene where like the chest burster comes out at the first time and everybody freaks out because it's imagine having that scene where one of your crew members is sick in space, and something bursts out of their chest, and it's the scariest fucking alien you've ever seen in your life, and it runs across the room and runs out. Imagine that scene, but at the end of it, somebody says, well, I'm not going to eat what that guy ate. It would ruin it. It would kill a completely perfect movie.
I'll have what he's having.
Yeah, exactly. In that movie, like, they just let it happen, and then they just kind of let it sit as if, like, it actually happened because it's a scary thing that happened. They have a really similar scene in this movie. Almost chestburster-ish. It's not, but it's almost that.
Chestburst-esque, if you will.
At the end, Chris O'Dowd is just like, well, that's kind of funny, and it's not. It's scary. It's like horrifying.
What the fuck?
You should be mortified.
Dave just died, bro. What the?
I'm gonna spoil something for the next 5 seconds. So, get ready to skip 5 seconds ahead if you don't want this spoiled. No, you know what? Give me 15 seconds if you don't want this spoiled. Ready? Go.
No, you know what? Give me
Stop! I just said go. All right, don't go yet. Ready? Go. Okay, Chris O'Dowd gets his arm cut off, and he is not fazed by it at all. He makes a lot of jokes about it, and it's fucking stupid. It's so goddamn stupid. Okay, that's the end of the spoiler.
I guess I'm all right. It's okay.
I think he makes a joke like that. How many more seconds do I have? I wasn't keeping track. Like, wow, 15 seconds is a long time. Wow, they're just going to wait.
You're wasting content now.
Yeah, I guess I am.
So, real quick. Okay. So, worst comic relief line for that alien movie scene on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
What?
No, give me your best comic relief line for that alien scene.
From the actual alien chest bursting scene?
So, it just came out, John Hurt, it runs across the table out of the room.
Well, looks like we got a new pet, you guys. Looks like that guy's going to be the team mascot. we better go wrangle that little sucker. I don't know.
Alright, ready? No, that's what I call a gut buster.
Anyway, the main actor, I didn't look up their names. Whatever. Main actor in this movie is great. Chemistry between her and her husband, fantastic. The relationship seems real. The tragedy she has leading up to where the movie takes place, very real. I think she's a great actor. David Oyelowo, whose name is hilarious and fun to say, who's Martin Luther King in that Selma movie, is the captain of the space crew, and he does a great job. I love him. He's taken really seriously, and he does a good job. This is probably the 3rd best Cloverfield movie. I don't think it was...
Again, out of 3 Cloverfield movies.
The first one, the best one being 10 Cloverfield Lane, the second one probably being Cloverfield, and this one being kind of a weird mess that doesn't really make any sense. Like, things are attacking them, and it's because they're in a different dimension, and shit's just kind of fucked up a little bit, and it doesn't make any sense. Towards the end, they don't explain anything. And the ending just kind of happens. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, that's it. That's all I really have to talk about.
Okay. Rating system. Give it to me.
I'm going to give it a Cloverfield movie rating. It is a Cloverfield movie out of 10.
What the fuck does that mean, Adam?
It means if you like the franchise, being the Cloverfield franchise, it doesn't matter if it's good or bad. it exists in the Cloververse, and you're interested and intrigued.
So basically, if you've been brainwashed to watch the Cloverfield movies, this will be true to form for you.
You know, I'll give it a real rating. My rating: watch it because it's on Netflix, and you don't have to pay for it if you have Netflix.
That's a very good rating.
You watch it because it's on Netflix. It's free. Yeah.
All right.
I think I was gonna say something else.
My rating is I'll watch it after I watch the first 2 Cloverfield movies, which could be tomorrow, could be never. Guess we'll find out. Answer these questions and more on the next Flock of Idiots podcast.
End of episode. No, I'm kidding. I was almost gonna hit the button.
I was gonna be like, and cut.
I'm gonna give it a rating of 10 out of 10 for releasing. Because boy was that the best release ever. That was a great surprise.
That's like a Five Nights at Freddy kind of release.
I know, it really was, where it was just like Netflix just during a Superbowl trailer was just like, hey, Cloverfield 3 exists and it's out tonight. So after you're done with the game, watch it. And that's it. Very exciting. I love it. I want them to do more shit like that.
It was hilarious of like just like whoever's like taking count of people who are watching Super Bowl noticed that just like half their viewers just left, and it's like, oh my god, Cloverfield.
I guess it's released now. I guess it released after the game.
Okay.
Because they're nice. I don't know. Also, the visuals in this movie were great. They all looked really great. It could have been a theatrical release. That's one of the things I don't get. Like, I don't think it would have done amazing in theaters, but it's also January, so your competition is Maze Runner. And not much, so I think it probably would have done fine.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, the last Cloverfield movie had a budget of $15 million, and it got like $110 million. Oh,
yeah.
I don't know why they didn't just release it in theaters.
Well, it's probably because, I mean, Netflix has a reputation for letting creators really create what they want.
Yeah, I guess so.
So I would assume that would be my thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway... that ends the review portion of the podcast. Yeah. Josh, talk about whatever the fuck you want. I don't care anymore.
Okay, so I have this really like weird like mole on my back.
No, I'm just kidding. Gross. I didn't mean anything.
No, but what have you been doing in pop culture so far?
I had a really slow week. I didn't do anything. I didn't even finish Black Mirror. I did nothing. Like, I've just been working on shit like most of the week, and when I do that, I don't really want to watch anything because I want to give it the full viewing experience where it gets 100% of my concentration. I should watch something just in the background though. I think I'm gonna watch Voltron and catch up on that this week.
Fair. I've been watching Kill la Kill.
Oh shit!
And you guys know that's an anime, and I love it.
It is an anime. Did you not know that?
Are you asking the viewer?
Yeah, because he's a dumb idiot who didn't know that. Anyway, continue.
No, but Kill la Kill, honestly, I think it's really good. So, here's the last 3 animes I watched. I watched Bleach, which I really liked. I watched Assassination Classroom, which was super meh. And then I watched Kill la Kill, which after Assassination Classroom is, like, fucking awesome. So, you watch the first 30 seconds, and it is, like, the coolest, like, animation ever. Like, the art style is really great. They have this... So, Kill la Kill is... It's implied that Kill la Kill is actually set in a world where the Nazis won World War II.
Cool.
So
wait, that's not cool.
I mean, it doesn't really like come up, but it's just kind of like because Kill la Kill is set at a high school, but in the high school in their history lesson they say things like, you know, when Hitler's regime came into power and he was elected world leader, things like that. So it's just kind of like their world. It's the history. It sets the stage because the whole thing is that their high school kind of has like a semi-fascist regime with the student body council. So you have the student council president, and then she has her 4 underlings called the Elite Four, and then they control like all the other clubs on campus. And you literally, there's like her like second in command is like head of the disciplinary committee. And it's really cool because they all have these things called Goku uniforms, which are uniforms woven with things called life fibers, which gives people superpowers. So it's really cool. And so you have 4 kinds of students at the school. You have no-star students, you have 1-star students, you have 2-star students, and you have 3-star students.
Sure.
So 1 star and up get Goku uniforms, and the higher your star, the more powerful your uniform is. And so it's like 1 star is like 10% life fibers, 2-star 20, 3-star 30. The main character, her name is Ryuko Matoi, right? She comes to the school with one half of a giant pair of scissors.
Okay, great.
Yeah, it's called her scissor blade. It's really cool. So she's a new transfer student, and she realized at the school that she might get answers to a question she's had for the past year, which is, who killed my father?
Mm-hmm.
While this happens, she ends up getting her own uniform called a kamui, which is made of 100% life fibers, which makes her stronger than like everyone else, but she has to learn how to use them.
Sure.
And that's the whole thing. The whole thing is like she's trying to get answers to the student council president because she knows everything. And the student council president, if you beat all the clubs on campus, I'll give you your answers. And then it goes from there.
Great.
And it's really cool. My only thing about it is it's got like sexual themes.
Yeah, gross.
But they use them in like a comedic way.
Gross.
So it's weird. It's like if you have issues with like themes of like BDSM.
Yeah.
It's not like this is softcore porn or anything like that.
What is it?
It's not.
Damn it.
But it's like they play with it to a comedic offense. It's funny, but I can see that it might turn you away.
Did you say comedic offense?
Comedic. Shit, I did say comedic offense. What did I mean?
Effect.
Yeah.
Isn't it comedic effect?
Yeah, they use it to a comedic effect.
Okay.
At any rate, it's a really fun anime. The art style is really amazing. I love the voice actors. They're really funny.
Cool.
There's this. It's hilarious. There's this one bit where one of the characters is like ringing her little brother by the ear, like, get to class, quit being a vagabond on the street. And he's like, yeah, fine, I'll go, I promise this. And then she lets him go. And then he runs away. He's like, ha, fooled you. I'm not going to school. I'm going to be a baller, bitch. A baller! As he just runs away, and it's hilarious.
I love it. That's pretty great.
But yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Anything else?
I'm going to Disneyland February 16th, so anyone who wants to meet me, come through.
You're gonna just invite strangers?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Gross.
I mean, I'm not inviting them. I'm saying if you will also be at Disneyland on the 16th, hit me up.
Yeah, alright, do that. What else? I want to start reading comics again because I stopped. For those of you who care, which is none of you, the comics I read are Super Sons, Teen Titans, Titans, The Champions, and Archie Comics because they're fun. I have a theme of aspiring heroes, and I don't really care for the grown-up ones because, God, who gives a shit what Batman and Superman are doing? They're probably being good at whatever they do.
That's fair. I thought Batman was still dead.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He's not.
He's not.
He's definitely not. Right now they're doing the Doomsday Clock thing where it's the Watchmen thing.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, you should check that
I
out.
am actually interested in that. The last I heard about Batman was Batman Endgame.
Dude, that was the last thing you heard?
That was the last thing I saw Batman in. Like, I haven't been keeping the comics since then.
Oh, okay, sure.
But wait, wasn't that was before Rebirth, wasn't it?
Oh, man.
Was Endgame before Rebirth?
I think so. No, it wasn't. No, yes, it was. It was New 52, but it wasn't Rebirth.
Are there still 3 Jokers? Is that still a thing?
Yes, and they found one of them, and he's just an asshole idiot.
I'm so confused.
I don't know.
I have so much to catch up on.
Chances are they're gonna retcon it, so it's just one, and the other 2 were just a bunch of idiots.
Yeah,
I think one of them was actually just a guy who dressed up as Joker to get Harley's attention, and started doing Joker things to get Harley's attention. I don't know. Other than that, because I love the kids more than I love the real superheroes. God, Super Sons is a great comic because it's like if Batman and Superman were kids and they were just friends as kids, and they just go around town saving people in fun ways.
It's amazing.
And also fight big things too, I guess.
No, I do actually like Batman. Batman is my favorite superhero, in case any of you guys didn't know.
No one did. I didn't know that. That's your favorite superhero?
Yeah, Batman.
Oh, man.
I mean, like, if I had to pick any superhero, I'd pick Batman.
Oh, that's fine.
Reason being, when Batman's not Batman, he's billionaire Bruce Wayne.
That's it.
I mean, yeah.
Alright, fine.
I mean, Superman can lift a building, but I mean, I can buy the building and pay people to lift it for me.
Look at all this power.
All the power.
But
money never sleeps, kids.
I also want to read Sideways. I told you about that, right? Sideways is the new heroes that DC are putting out.
Yeah.
So they're like brand new heroes with their own comic lines. And
That's right.
Sideways, I guess, is their answer to Spider-Man because he looks like Spider-Man and kind of moves like him, but he teleports instead of having spider powers. So I don't know. He looks cool. I want to read.
That's really cool.
I
I need to catch up on Black Lightning. Not the comic, the show, because Black Lightning is doing really good.
How many episodes have you seen?
I've seen the first 3, but I think there's at least been 1 or 2 episodes since then. So I have to. So yeah, Black Lightning just started. I would recommend catching up. You're only like max 5 episodes behind. Probably more like 4 episodes behind, which is not bad. The series just started. It's really cool. I like it. It's so good that like it's the one that I'm caring for now. Like I haven't caught up on Arrow. I haven't caught up on Flash.
That's because they're trash. I said it.
So Flock of Bees is dead, guys. I quit. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
but
Black Lightning's probably good.
Black Lightning's really good.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. I like it. The black superhero. We don't get much of those in the mainstream media. So we got Black Lightning, we got Black Panther out right now.
And Luke Cage has a TV show. Well, he had a season of a TV show.
He's
getting the 2nd season.
When?
Like soon. They're already filming it.
Okay, that's nice. So,
Misty Knight already has a robot arm.
That's cool. So that's 3 black superheroes out of how many superhero shows?
No, I'm not saying like, oh, don't you have enough? I'm just saying that like they're 3. I don't know. And Cloak and Dagger. Cloak technically is being the main one because he gets first billing in Cloak and Dagger.
Okay,
yeah.
4.
There you go. You're welcome.
We're up to almost a handful.
The Runaways have a black character, and I think he is one of the main ones.
4.5, and I'll give it. Okay.
I can't think of any more. I think that's it.
No, it's really fun. I don't know. Black Lightning is, I don't know, it's the funnest time I've had since being a kid and watching Static Shock.
No, I get that.
Static Shock also being one of my favorite superheroes.
He was one of my favorite superheroes when I was a kid.
He was great. Oh, that TV show was amazing.
It's great.
I'm really upset with what's happened with this character now.
Who knows?
If any of you guys don't know, Static Shock hasn't been anything recently except Young Justice, because his character, the licensing for his character, is up in the air with DC right now. And rather than go through the trouble of trying to secure his licensing, they decided to cancel his comic and, take him out of the second Injustice game, which they were going to do. And now it's Raiden, right?
Raiden and Black Lightning.
Yeah, so if you guys play Injustice and you play as Raiden or Raiden and Black Lightning, it's 2 skins of the same character. That character was really supposed to be Static Shock.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
I don't actually think they replaced Raiden with Static Shock. I don't know. I think there was probably a character in the main... Because Raiden's a DLC character. I think there was a main character that they replaced with him. Might have been like... Firestorm, if I had a guess.
You think so?
Yeah, because if they actually put like Static in the game, that would mean that like he had to be in the main story. They probably just switched Firestorm with Static. I don't know what they did. I actually don't know. It could have been Blue Beetle now that I think about it.
That's fair.
Yeah, because Blue Beetle was just kind of in there. And it could have been Static.
I don't know. I think what the thing is though is that when they put him in Young Justice, Static, they did it before the licensing ran out, which is why they're still able to keep him.
Nice.
So season 3, can't wait for you, Static. It's the first time I was seeing you in like years.
Yeah.
Oh, you're my favorite character. Fun fact about that: the guy who voiced Static in the original Static Shock show is also in Young Justice. He voices Aquaman. His name is Phil Lamar. And for whatever reason, he just didn't voice Static. Like, they didn't even tell him about it. And when he found out, he was like slightly salty. He was like, I voiced this character for years, right? I mean, I could have at least auditioned.
I could have auditioned. That's me, right?
Yeah.
That's really sad.
Fun fact about Phil Lamar. I work at El Pollo Loco. And when you get the job, they show the orientation videos. The video they show you on sexual harassment, so that everyone knows that you shouldn't, sexually harass people. Phil Lamar is in that video.
Wow.
Yeah. I saw him and I was like, holy shit, that's Static Shock. Yeah.
That's really funny.
So, yeah. Phil Lamar also voices Samurai Jack. You guys might know him better from that. So, yeah.
I didn't know he did that. That's funny. All right. That's probably Ann.
All right.
What do we have cooking Flock of Idiots wise?
Flock of Idiots wise, be on the lookout for some new shorts coming soon, some new sketches. We have one we're going to be filming soon. We have one that we're editing right now. One that we finished the rough cut on and working on audio. So those are coming out soon. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, kids, for more for more Flocka-based news, and be back every week, every Thursday for our podcast, where we review movies and talk about pop culture and things going on in our lives. All these things are said at the beginning. I don't know why I'm repeating them. I just want to talk. I just really want to have a conversation with you guys. How's your day been so far?
I've been good, Josh. Wow, the audience sounds weird.
Oh no, but yeah. So yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell notification. I'm doing all the marketing because Adam won't do it.
Yeah, I don't.
He's too afraid to sell out. Me, on the other hand, I want money.
I think we'll become famous when we become famous. Which is soon.
Whenever
you make a video so good everybody wants to show everybody, then you become famous. That's my strategy. I'm a sleeper.
Yeah. Tell us, Adam, what we got cooking for next week's podcast.
Next week. Oh, damn it! I didn't plan that far. Next week we're gonna review a new podcast or a new movie. I don't know what movie it is yet. It's not. Oh God! It's not Black Panther. Black Panther comes out.
Oh, Black Panther. Oh yeah.
That's 2 weeks out. No, that's
Black Panther comes out on Thursday. So
a week from.
Yeah. So we're gonna. So the podcast we record podcasts on Tuesdays. They get released on Thursdays. So this podcast, our next podcast, we're gonna review something. And then the podcast after that week's podcast, we will be reviewing Black Panther.
Finally, Jesus! I don't know what we're gonna be reviewing next week. If you have any ideas, just
leave them in the comments. Let us know.
Yeah, and we'll do that.
If no one comments anything, we'll either review The Commuter or Paddington 2.
Oh, damn it! These are horrible choices.
Please save us.
Please save us, please.
Also, fact check us in the comments if you like. That was pretty cool. Shout out again Matthew Camacho for letting us know the mistakes we made. So if you let us know what mistakes we made talking about things, we'll shout you out in the podcast.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
All right. I think that does it. See you next week with a new movie review and more news.
See you, kids.
Yeah, bye, everybody.